Hello and welcome to part 2 of Boneyard Bash Freestyle. We have 12 other gravediggers here, and at the end you can go and vote for which of the 24 you think won. So, with that out of the way, let's start with our first gravedigger of part 2. Here we have Gravedigger 3D. This truck looks fairly nice, especially with the 3D stuff there, the name and the skull. Off they go out of the starting area. Again, once they hit their first obstacle, they will have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to pretty much do whatever they want. Off they go towards the shipping containers, up into the air, landing it right back down. Having a little trouble on the landing, but the truck has recovered. Going over the bus, tapping the bus a little bit. Going on their side, can they save it? Yes, they can. And popping it up into a wheelie as they land on their side again, losing one of the 3D elements. Turning around, going for the tire ramp, up they go. Landing on the back of the ghost ramp. Getting a little bit out of control once again, doing a flip on the side of that ramp before flipping themselves over. And save it. Up and over onto the bone pile, landing it down, breaking one of the wheels, I think. Oh yeah, that wheel broke. Flipping it around once again. Having some trouble steering with the broken wheel. The truck spins around and will save it. Spins it around once again, puts it onto the side, saves the truck once again, and it looks like both of the rear wheels are broken, so that's definitely going to make it harder for the truck to do anything. Off they go for the tire ramp again, up they go, landing it down on the ghost ramp, spinning around, rolling over right onto the roof, and it doesn't look like they're going to flip onto their tires, so that will end the run here for Gravedigger 3D. Up next we have Son of a Digger, our racing winner. Let's see if they can be like Gravedigger the Legend and win Freestyle here today at Boneyard Bash. Looks like they're going to go over to the racing area first to start off their run, instead of the big freestyle area. Up over the first jump, the second jump, off to the plateau, up they go, rolling it over. Can they save it right onto the roof? Are they going to be able to go onto a wheel? No, that was a very short run here from one of the trucks. Well, Son of a Digger already has their spot in the World Finals, so we'll have one more truck who will definitely make it into the World Finals. Up next we have Gravedigger 34. A little bit more of a modern truck. In fact, it's the 35th anniversary Gravedigger truck. Doesn't look any particularly different from a normal Gravedigger besides the roof saying 35th anniversary. Off it goes, up to the ghost ramp, up it goes, some huge air, landing it right back down. Off they go towards the bus, up into the air, landing it back down a little bit hard, but managing to keep the truck on all of its wheels. Up the first racing ramp, up over the second one, going for the center ramp, up it goes into a flip, landing it down hard. And the truck still seems to be fine after that impact. Into a donut now. Over onto the side they go. and right back onto its wheels. Off towards the racing ramp it goes, up it goes, clearing the shipping containers, landing it back down, hitting that dirt ramp there and just tumbling around. And hitting the shipping containers there, making up the wall, but the truck will put it back on all 4 tires. Up over some more shipping containers, landing down, bouncing up the rear suspension. Up over the shipping containers onto the other side. Popping it into another wheelie, but they almost hit the wall, so they kept going. Off they go for the bone pile, up into the air, some huge air off of that. Landing it back down, up on to some more shipping containers. Looks like they're lining themselves up for a backflip. Here they go, up into the air, right back down. Off they go, up into the air, landing on the other side of the spider ramp. Looks like the front right wheel's broken, as the truck now goes for the other backflip ramp. Up they go, spinning around onto their side. They can recover, and that they do. Going on 2 wheels once again. Can they save it with the broken wheel? Looks like they're underside. Oh, wait. Onto their side they go, but it looks like they're going to end their run here. That was Gravedigger 34, but we still have more Gravediggers left to go. Up next we have Gravedigger 27. Again, a little bit more of a modern Gravedigger, not quite as new as the other ones. You know, because we had 27 now, and 34 just went. Well, off they go to find their first obstacle. Looks like they might have found it. Off they go towards the bone pile, up into the air on the small ramp, landing it down on the other side, flipping it forward, and landing it right back down. Bringing themselves around, they're going for the racing ramp, up into the air, some huge air, landing it down, flipping it over that dirt pile there, or the dirt ramp in between the racing lane. Getting stuck in between that little roadway there. Out they come, up over the bus, landing back down into the racing lane. Off they go, up into the air over the spider, landing down on the other side, popping it into a wheelie, up over the dirt pile, flipping around, bouncing off the backflip ramp, and they lose the front wheel. There goes the front left wheel. That's going to make the run a little bit more difficult. Up over the racing ramp again, clearing the gap. Trying to find an obstacle to hit. Up over the shipping containers and the spider. Flipping over. And right back onto what remains of its wheels. Looks like the body panels are going to come off at any moment as the truck puts it into a donut. In the racing area, up the starting ramp of the racing, and bouncing off the plateau there, and right back onto its wheels. Careful not to go into the lake, they come right out of it. Still trying to turn, but the lack of the wheels is definitely making it hard. Off to the bus obstacle they go, up into the air, flipping it around, landing it onto the 3 wheels that remain. Off it goes towards the shipping containers, into the air, landing on the racing ramp, spinning around, but still landing on their wheels again. Bouncing off the shipping containers with the roll cage. And time is up for Gravedigger 27. I think if they still had that other wheel, they would have had a pretty decent chance of the World Finals, but we still got more trucks to go. Up next is Gravedigger Blaze. Another pretty good Gravedigger in my opinion. I seem to really like the Gravediggers with the red glowing eyes, but oh well. Here we have yet another Gravedigger. We're almost done, I swear. Anyway, looks like they're going for... Nope, they weren't going for that ramp. They're going for the shipping containers. Up they go, nose to the sky. Landing it right back down, popping it into a wheelie. Into the dirt ramp, getting kicked around, and rolling it onto the roof. Had another rather short run from a Gravedigger. Let's see if any of the other Gravediggers will be able to last much longer. Up next we have Gravedigger Overcast. A little bit more of a gray truck. I forget if this was like a Hot Wheels or Spin Master thing, or just like one of the elemental trucks that they did at one point. But off it goes. Up over the van obstacle. Landing it back down, bouncing the rear suspension into the air. Up over the center ramp there in the racing area. Flipping it onto the side, but right back on all of its wheels in the direction it was going before. Coming off the racing ramps. Looks like they're probably going to go for the bus next. Off they go, picking up speed up over the bus with some big air off of that obstacle. And barely touching the wall. Putting in reverse, going up the ramp, spinning around. Landing it right back down. Truck seems to be fine. Now they go for the backflip ramp. Up they go. And right back down. Themselves turned around, going for one of the ramps next to the spider. Up they go. Landing it back down. Up the small ramp. In front of the backflip ramp. And off they go to the backflip ramp. There they go. Right back down. Bouncing the rear suspension again. Oh, and flipping it right onto the roof. It looks like they were going to try and stand it up on the front wheels, but didn't quite get there. Up next we have Gravedigger Pablo. The Gravedigger Pablo Huffaker used, or at least one meant to look like it. You can tell, mostly because of the red shocks and stuff. But off it goes, starting off its run. Off it goes to the shipping containers, up into the air, landing it back down onto the ground. Going for the small ramp. They're probably going to go for the backflip ramp next. Yes, they do. Into a backflip pretty early on. Right back down. Bringing themselves around the Jason ramp and into a donut. Pretty good donut there from the Pablo Digger. Off they go to the racing ramp. Up they go. Right across. Going for the tire ramp. Up into the air. Not quite sticking the landing, but still putting it on all four wheels. Reverse they go. Going towards the spider. Up they go. Front wheels clipping the ramp. Flipping it over and sticking it up on the two front wheels. Well, no truck's done that today, but is it enough for a World Finals win? Well, let's see how much the truck uses its time as it goes into another backflip. Bringing itself around, it's going for the bus, up into the air, right back down, driving it up on two wheels for a small bit. Off to go to the backside of the ghost ramp, up into another backflip, landing it right back down. Off to the bone pile, up into the air, landing it back down. And I think they broke the front wheel. Oh, they've probably broken other. Yep, both front wheels are now broken. We're going to see how this affects their run here. Spinning it around and landing it back into a wheelie. Up the side of the Jason ramp. Up it goes, right back onto all four wheels. Again, this truck has pretty much lost any form of front steering, so any kind of steering is going to be difficult for it. As it rolls itself over. Rolled over once again. Can they save it without front steering? Yes, they can. Gravedigger Pablo going up the back side of the ramp, spinning it around once again, and time is now up for Gravedigger Pablo. I think we got a new competitor for the World Finals win. Gravedigger Pablo and Gravedigger 30. Which one's better? Well, we still have some more trucks to go, then you can decide which one is the winner. Up next we have Gravedigger 27, this time in its World Finals paint job. I guess the first thing to stand out is that it's a lot more green than it is black this time around. That's about it, really. Special paint job of Gravedigger, figured we may as well use it. Bringing themselves around. Oh, they're not going for the ramp. Looks like they're going to try and give us a donut here to start off with, and that they do. Starting us off with a nice little donut here. Up over the ramp next to the spider, landing it back onto the front suspension, popping it into a walkie. Up over the ramp in between the racing lanes, putting it back down and into another wheelie. Off they go for the bus obstacle, up into the air, landing it into one of the racing lanes. Off they go into the racing area, up over that plateau, popping it into a wheelie, flipping it around as they hit that wheel and breaking off the front wheel. Turning themselves, going for the van obstacle, up over the vans. And I think it broke the same front wheel as the other Gravedigger 27 also. Off it goes for the Jason ramp, up on the side, landing it back down pretty hard. Looks like they're going to try and go for another backflip here. Up they go, spinning the truck around. Landing it back down, popping a wheelie out of it. Up the racing ramp, into the gap in between them. Landing it down. Can they save the truck? Onto the roof, onto the side. It sounds like they shut off the truck, so now they have to turn it back on. Flipping themselves back onto the remaining wheels. Up the bone pile. Almost doing the backflip on it. Flipping it around. Can they save the truck? Looks like it. As they start driving forward into a little bit of a wheelie. Looks like the truck's going to flip again. There they go. Bringing the truck back onto the three wheels. There it goes. Bringing the truck around, flipping it over once again. Can they save it? Doesn't look like it as they drive it right into the lake. That's going to be the end for Gravedigger 27. Up next we have the 20th anniversary Gravedigger, the first of our anniversary trucks here. They got into the final round in racing but lost to Son of a Digger. Let's see if they can get themselves a freestyle win here. Off they go, going for the spider ramp, up into the air, nose to the sky. Landing it down quite hard, bouncing the truck up into the air. To the backflip ramp they go, spinning it around. bumping the ramp, losing some body panels in the process, and landing it back on all four wheels. Up over the ramp next to the spider, putting it back down. Going for the backflip ramp, it seems. Up they go yet again. Flipping the truck over. Can they recover? They go onto their side. Yes, they can. Putting the truck in reverse, flipping it over once again. And driving on the side tires to save it. Up over the racing ramp, clearing the gap. Up over shipping containers. Something just broke off the truck. Looks like one of the 4-link bars just ripped itself off the truck. Oh yeah, one of the 4-link bars, the rear one, is definitely gone. Trying to put the truck back onto its wheels. And there they go. Yeah, the rear left 4-link bar is gone, which is why the tire's like stuffing itself into the roll cage. Up over the shipping containers, landing it back down pretty hard on the side of that ramp. Turning around, something just broke. Looks like the rear drive shaft has broken from the truck. Because now the rear wheels don't seem to be putting down any power. Oh yeah, that truck has lost its rear driving. Off to the van obstacle, up they go. Landing right back down, flipping it over. And again, without power going to the rear wheel, it's essentially just pulling itself along. Up over the ramp, not quite. Bouncing it off. Trying to bring themselves to an obstacle. Swinging the truck around as it goes over the gap. Into the shipping containers. Coming back down. 5 seconds left on the clock for the 20th anniversary. And time is now up. It looks like that will be the end of the run here for the 20th anniversary Gravedigger. Up next we have another one of my favorite Gravediggers, the 25th anniversary Gravedigger. Fun fact about this truck, I have a flag from it. Here it is. Anyway, with that, let us bring this truck to Freestyle. Off it goes out of the starting area. Trying to find an obstacle to hit first, it seems. Looks like they found their obstacle. Up they go. Nose to the sky. Landing it back down and popping it into a wheelie. From a sky wheelie to an actual wheelie. Putting it right back down. Over to the small bone pile. Up into the air. Landing on the side tires. Coming back up, and they lost the front wheel. I think they lost the front wheel back at the little bone pile over there. Bringing the truck onto its side to flip itself back over. Off it goes to the van obstacle. Stuffing the truck into the obstacle there. Looks like they got themselves stuck a little bit. Oh, and they broke the 4-link bar up there also. Swing the truck back around, popping it into wheelies as they come out of it. Up over the small dirt ramp there, little dirt bump. Flipping the truck over again. Can they bring the truck onto its wheels without going into the lake? Yes, they can. Off they go, popping it into a wheelie as they come out of their standstill. Landing it back down, that 4-link bar causes a bit of trouble. The truck flips itself over again. And it looks like the front drive shaft just snapped, so that's definitely going to make it harder to flip the truck over. Driving on the side of one wheel. Losing the other front tire as well. And it looks like that will be the end for Gravedigger 25th anniversary. Up next, we have the 30th anniversary grave diggers, starting out with the green version of the truck. Again, looks a little bit like Gravedigger 3D with the body panels coming out and all, but it's the 30th anniversary Gravedigger up over the bone pile to start its run off, landing back down and losing another front wheel. These anniversary trucks really don't seem to like their wheels all that much. And it looks like they're gonna bump into the wall here. Trying to get that front wheel loose, it seems. It still seems to be stuck to the truck somehow. Popping it up into the air. It looks like the shock for that part of the suspension broke off. Into the backflip ramp. Not quite a backflip, just spinning the truck around, but that seemed to have gotten the front wheel off. Bringing the truck around. Looks like it was trying to go for the bus obstacle, but not quite. Bumping its tire out of the way. Driving over the tire, up over the spider. Landing it down onto the roof, but lands on its side now. Trying to bring the truck back onto its wheels as it sits there on the side of its tires. Right back down off of the spider ramp. Up into the tires, spinning it over once again. Saving the truck, popping it onto the rear tires. Coming right back down, going back for the bone pile. Up they go. Landing it into the water there. Up and over, spinning the truck around and rolling it over once again. Landing hard onto the side there, as the truck pulls itself back onto its remaining wheels. Up it goes, landing on the other side of that ramp there. Bringing itself back up into the air, rolling around for a bit, and sticking it onto its roof. There's no coming back from that, so that's going to end the 30th anniversary Greens run. And our final truck of Freestyle here today is Gravedigger 30th Anniversary Purple. That's right, there were two versions of this truck, if you didn't know that, although if you watch racing you probably did. But I think the purple looks better than the green. Let's see if purple does better than green. Off they go towards their first obstacle, up into the air. Quite big air, and losing its wheel right off the bat. These anniversary trucks really don't like wheels, do they? As the truck puts it into a cyclone. Off it goes towards the bus obstacle, or at least it tries to. Front wheel clipping the bus, rolling the truck around. Can it bring itself back onto its wheels? Yes, it can. Driving around for a bit, up over the spider. Body panels bringing themselves back into place, it seems. Going for the small ramp here. Up it goes, losing one of the side panels. Up over the small racing ramp next to the Jason ramp. Going for the bands. Up it goes. Landing it on its side. Almost saved it there. Can it bring itself back? Yes, it can. And putting it into another donut here for us. Flipping itself over once again. Can it bring itself onto the remaining wheels? Almost. It's almost there. There it is. Right back on all three of its wheels. This time without all the body panels. Somehow the flag is still on. I don't know how that happened. Up over the Jason ramp. Landing right back down. Breaking more of the rear suspension. Up it goes. Landing the truck down and losing another wheel. And it looks like the 30th anniversary truck's gonna stop it right there. Those were some pretty good runs, I must say, from part 2. Again, remember, you can vote with the Google form link in the description. Alright, thank you everybody for watching this freestyle run. Normally I'd probably just send it off with the Beam Monsters truck or a generic Gravedigger. This custom son of a digger, made by Jan Customs on the Beam Monsters website, frankly just looked too cool to not show it off. They didn't make it for me, obviously. But this truck does look pretty cool in my opinion, and you can go download it on the Beam Monsters website as the truck rolls itself over. And again, while you're in the description to the link for the Beam Monsters website, you can also go and vote for which truck you think won. Personally, I think it's either Gravedigger 30 Chrome or Gravedigger Pablo. But again, that's up to you to decide. So, I will see you in the next video, and happy Halloween.